It seems that we're just been doing a lot of RE4 content, but to be honest, it's just been since yesterday. I think it's just because the way Game Informer just dropped so much plethora of information to us. I just been so excited. I've been kind of overwhelmed and just been thinking how RE4 Remake is gonna be. We have a whole exclusive Chapter 5 gameplay walkthrough, and it doesn't show the whole chapter, obviously, but I was also a bit worried. I was like, should I actually cover this? Should I talk about it? Should I react to it? And from what I've heard and what I've seen, it's like I only seen a little bit. It's literally gameplay that we've been kind of seeing this week of what Game Informer has been teasing. It's just in a much more longer, in a longer time length. So let's just hop into it, baby. Let's just hop into it. Let's put up the volume a little bit as well, and we're gonna see from here. This is on 1440p. All right, let's see it. Come on, Game Informer, what you got? I'm like a little bit nervous, even though we've been seeing it.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, so this is the screenshots we've been seeing. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm already pausing. It's like only been a few seconds of the video. I just want to let everyone know as well. I might be pausing throughout the video because I'm very excited. I love RE4. I grew up with RE4, by the way. RE4 was the first exposure I ever had to the Resident Evil series when I was a kid. And ever since then, the rest is history. I've been a Resident Evil fan. So, yeah, I'm going to be pausing. I might be breaking down some stuff and analyzing. So I hope you guys do mind.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Game Informer.
And this is the screenshots we saw what Game Informer posted.
Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of this exclusive gameplay footage that we have from Resident Evil 4.
By the way, if you want to like see more of the news and the stuff that I really discussed about, we went really in depth in the other video. I highly recommend you guys check that out. It's my previous video, and we really thought about a lot with the information and stuff. So I highly recommend you check it out. Previous video. Any support to the channel really matters because we're also about to hit 2,000 subscribers.
Church gameplay, some Ashley gameplay, and
look how crisp and clean this game is.
As well as
and the church is literally like 1-to-1. Oh my god, this game looks so goddamn good.
12 minutes of footage here to show you.
I like the lighting of this game too. Okay, here we go again. This is why you guys have to watch my previous video because I kind of talked about this, and I know, Tim, I know any game could have this mechanic. It's not that hard to make, or it's not as like different. But to be honest, the way Resident Evil is doing it is very similar to how maybe you could also put the Evil Within as well. But I like how there's a bit of inspiration already coming from The Last of Us. We already talked about how The Last of Us and the Uncharted series with how they manage their UI of weapon swapping is just very useful as a gameplay mechanic. So seeing it here, like now there's apparently going to be stealth happening. I mean, you're able to literally manually crouch.
Here to show you today. And
it really works. He looks like it's like identical. I'm sorry. I hate to be that person. Like, again, it's not a problem. I'm not tripping about it. It's just the fact that, like, I'm just kind of giddy because I am a big fan of The Last of Us. So it just looks very identical to how Joel is with crouching. I wonder how they're going to approach the stealth mechanic in this game.
I'm feeling great. I'm happy to be seeing this section.
Yeah, like, I wonder how the levels are. The fact that you can manually be stealthy in the game.
Absolutely. So yeah, we are. This footage starts out, and we
see he's standing again.
Simply.
Well, actually, let's see. I don't know. Maybe that crouch is scripted. We'll never know until they show it.
How many hours into the game would you say this is, Marcus?
Yeah, it's hard to say because we don't know how long the other chapters are. It's got to be at least probably like 3-ish hours, I would guess.
Third hour. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is not our gameplay, by the way.
Look how
people are wondering.
Look how good this. Look how detailed the game is. I know everyone's complaining about the rain, but look at the textures of the game, though. It's so good. Where's Ashley just staring at the wall? You just saw that. That kind of looked kind of creepy.
Yeah.
This is not our gameplay.
Oh my god, my boy Leon, man.
This is a B-roll that Capcom provided, so this is someone on the team playing, not us.
Yes. Yes, we did play through this section. Everything that you see today.
Oh, it's the infant. Oh, are they gonna do that animation? Are they gonna do that same OG animation where Leon just catches Ashley with his two hands?
Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like.
Oh yeah, there it is. It's in the cutscene.
We didn't have any of those
Wow.
conversations. So that's our bosses that handle all that. We kind of just show up and do our job. But it is an important disclaimer. That being said, we are not influenced by that.
Roost, I've secured Baby Eagle.
The calls are.
Is she okay?
I like how Leon just drops and then Ashley's like climbing down. You see that attention to detail? Leon's the badass here already.
But it is an important disclaimer. That being said, we are not influenced.
Yeah, he just drops down and then Ashley has to climb down the ladder. I'm dead. But yeah, like the calls, they're no longer like a cutscene now. Or like in-game dialogue. It's now like, it's everything is just in-game. It is a bit weird where they place the picture-in-picture of Hunnigan. It's just right in the middle of your screen. And I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe it would have been nice if it was here or there. I don't know, but I mean, hey, whatever works.
Is she okay?
Affirmative.
Well done, Condor 1. I'll dispatch a chopper ASAP. I'm sending you the coordinates for the extraction point. Make your way there, and don't let anything happen to Baby Eagle.
Copy that.
Hurry. The weather is getting worse.
Damn, look at this government boy here.
So you see the Hunnigan conversations are in game now, which is nice.
There's the map. Let's look at the map. I'm sorry, guys. We gotta dive in deep. I know I should watch this all in one sitting and analyze, but I can't help it. I can't help it. It's RE4. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I love the Dead Space remake, but this is probably the remake I'm like really anticipating
Hunnigan
for.
conversations are in game now.
Like Resident Evil is actually part of my childhood. Oh my, yeah. So we didn't really see a high def resolution of this whole map. So it's actually nice to see it now. Village. So village here. I assume this is where you start out in the beginning of the game. I don't know where. There's a little extra area here. Wait, unless this is the place where you start out. It looks completely different. You head out here. Oh, yep. There's the bridge too. The bridge is here. Yeah. So this is where you start out in the game, where you just go in the house. The bridge is here. You head to the village. And then yeah, there's the southern part of the village. And the villa is here. It's an extraction point. So it shows you. Oh wow, they actually show you in the map where the. I don't know if they did this in the original. I don't think so, but they show you where to go. And right here, you're in the church. The lake is here, obviously. Yep, the quarry. I think that's where like the You see all the mill. What do you call those? The wheels and stuff. The water wheels, and then fish farm. Yep, the lake. Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy, I'm just excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lot of places to go to. I mean, it's still very linear like the original, but I'm pretty sure it's very detailed.
Wrong, I'm sure. And so yeah, in the beginning.
Oh,
we
yep.
saw, Leon
Treasure.
actually sort of just
Resources,
about, like,
probably for crafting.
here. Fun fact.
Oh, this is for those traitorous twins should not be allowed to rest in peace for joining an evil cult. Won't anyone destroy the emblems engraved upon their tombstones? Request destroy tombstone emblems, area church. Reward the spinel. You get 2 of them. Progress 2. 0 out of 2. Okay, so this is the side quest that they were talking about. Okay. And it doesn't seem like the side quests are as tedious, but like, I wonder how the backtracking is going to work. Because I remember in the original, then again, I think what makes a big difference is that this is a remake, so their whole level design is completely different. But if we compare this to the original, it's pretty much no point of return as you progress through this chapter after the church. Like, you just keep on going because everyone is after you. So it's interesting how they gave a side quest to do in the middle of all this. So we'll just see. Maybe they'll show it later on. But yeah, it seems that the side quests, they're not as tedious. They're just like the typical stuff you would normally see. And again, like how I talked about in the previous video, just like any other Resident Evil game, it's just doing the typical backtracking and shooting down stuff, or the typical stuff you would do, or solve puzzles. But there's definitely going to be a special side quest. I feel like there's going to be a special side quest where it's going to be difficult to do. There has to be at least one of them.
You know, without spoiling, there's a little extra area in that upper deck that you can find if you don't want to just
Yeah, so a bit more exploration in this game. Okay.
I found it on my playthrough.
Oh, by the way, I forgot
Making our way through here.
I forgot to talk about this. That in the comment section, there's a little editor's note by the people who created this Game Informer video, is that Capcom provided them the gameplay, obviously, but there wasn't any background music in the gameplay. So that's what they talked about. So I think maybe if we're ever hearing music, maybe Game Informer did put that or whatever. Or maybe it is part of the video. I'm not sure. I was very confused on when they said that, but because I was hearing music when I was looking at into some clips. Yeah, there isn't any music in the background. It's all we're hearing is pure sound effects of the game or dialogue.
Yeah, we are making our way through here. Leon being a gentleman, moving that out the way because he's all big and strong.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, there is actually stealth. Okay, you could... Damn, Leon!
And yeah, this part was
Okay, and just decide, hey, we're not gonna do stealth anymore.
pretty fun to get through. I tried to get through it stealthily the first couple times.
Ooh, oh my god. That hatchet was way too close.
You okay? Yeah. Spread out.
I was hearing Leon saying certain commands. I think he said like spread out, and I like the in-game dialogue between him and Ashley. That's actually nice to hear. It's a little nice little detail. But it doesn't seem like they're as much. I'm pretty sure you're able to take on all of it and clear out the level and then loot up. So it's sort of a bit relieving to see this, that it wouldn't be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just keep watching. I gotta stop talking. I'm sorry, guys. Open inventory. Okay. Damn, he's like loaded. That's what I'm saying. You can take out the whole village right now.
Again, that's a Capcom thing, so this isn't going to be a straight run through of the chapter. It's gonna jump around at points. But as you can see, the flash grenade still very effective against those tentacle transformers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just realized. Yeah. The plagas. Yeah. They still die by the flash grenades. Nice. One shot as well. Flash grenades are still very crucial to RE4.
A few jumps in the clips here. Again, that's a Capcom thing. So this is
damn. He just kicked off his head. He's still walking. Oh yeah. He has the plagas. I forgot.
It's gonna jump around at points. But
damn.
The flash grenades
Actually, it's way too close near those plagas. If you played a professional of the original, oh man, it's dunzo. It's just dunzo.
Tentacle transformed Ganado as we enter this.
He said technical transform Ganado, and he's the one who's literally covered this game.
You get a little bit of a taste of one of the side quests, which is sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle. As you can see, you can still shoot birds' nests to get those
oh, the chicken egg is back. No, okay, so with the nest, normally you would get at least treasure, from what I remember, at least small treasure. But here, I guess the egg is back, since I haven't seen any chickens around that you could shoot.
It's still very effective against those.
Also interesting. So there's little moments that you could have a break or quiet moments where you could do the side quest. I guess I don't know if he's backtracking or he moved forward, but yeah, time to do this little side quest here.
As we enter the cemetery, you get a little bit of a taste of one of the side quests, which is sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle. As you can see, you can still shoot birds' nests to get those precious
chicken egg.
Or I guess
chicken eggs are back, baby.
Bird nest in the tree. Don't ask me.
Oh yeah, I just realized that the chicken egg is on a bird's nest. It's like all the way up in a tree.
You know how it is. But I mean,
The class that's just some typical RE4
in the
stuff.
original game, you killed snakes and got chicken eggs, which was always kind of weird. And there he is.
Took care of a request. Well done.
Man himself.
Look at you.
Oh, and then you turn in side quests. Turn in side quests to the merchant. All right, we have to break down this UI. So tune up, buy, sell, trade. Okay. Damn, 150,000. That's how you know the game dev was playing this. Give him just stacked himself with so much. Okay, sell. Got the key. Nice. Okay. Oh, bolt thrower. That's the new weapon. That is the new weapon that they were talking about. Not in this video, but it was reported that there was gonna be a new weapon. So that's one of them.
One has to wonder how he moves with all that heavy equipment.
The rocket launcher's still in the store from right off the bat. 80,000 though. Goddamn. First aid spray, flash grenades as a recipe, bolts and attachable mines. I think either that's legit a mine or that's ammo for the one of the weapons later on in the game. But yeah, I assume the recipe again is just for so you could have a recipe to craft certain items later on in the game, because they did have a crafting system
Equipment in that code.
that was introduced in the gameplay trailer not too long
Pretty
ago.
strong. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball, like Piccolo weighted training gear. He's probably pretty strong. But
I was thinking he's just like into CrossFit.
Red 9 makes its return.
you know, we don't know.
That was its name. I couldn't even, like, in the last video I had a hard time thinking like what was its
You
name.
can upgrade knives now.
I used the other one. I used that other pistol. I didn't really use the Red 9.
Needing because they're
I'm not talking about this one. There was another pistol involved. There was actually like 4 pistols in the original, I think. But I used... It was like this black pistol. It was the same pistol I think Ada used
ability,
in the original.
and you're gonna be using it quite a bit for the new parry mechanic, which I enjoy.
Oh, dude. Are we going to see some parry gameplay?
There, you're gonna want to keep an eye out in the environment for those blue flyers.
Dude, the lighting of this game, though, it looks
For
so
the new parry
good.
mechanic, which
I know this is the screenshot that we saw, but like, look how good this is. Look how good this is, man. Oh yeah, this is what I mean with the Uncharted / the Naughty Dog UI of how it's gonna be useful for this game, because you have so much abilities. I mean, so much weapons in this game, to the point where it's like, does the player really want to go through a suitcase, open up the suitcase, and go basically through a whole nother page, and equip, and then if they ever want to unequip, would you they would have to open up the case again and unequip and equip another weapon or whatever. So having that The Last of Us UI is going to be very useful, especially how this game is prioritizing its combat,
bit for the new
making it much more faster paced than the other RE games.
parry mechanic, which I enjoy.
See? Like, you could just simply just switch the weapons just like that, very easily.
Other side quests right there. You're gonna want to keep an eye out in the environment for those blue flyers.
Okay, so he just said keep an eye out for those blue flyers, because they give side quests and you get additional rewards and stuff. So someone need to get rid of the wild dog that's been roaming around the village. It'll be easy spot. It's not like normal dogs. Defeat the strong threat. Okay. So I guess this is probably one of those special quests that that you'll be introduced with different enemy types, you could say. And here you get actually a lot of spinels or spinels. I forgot how you pronounce it, but nice to know.
Oh, so there's the wild dog quest. That was one of the more involved quests that we saw so
Absolutely.
far.
Oh, so this was near the church. Well, I mean, okay, or at the church, because in my last video I said this was at the church. I sort of just assumed. This is not exactly at the church, but it's near the church. It's within the village. I was kinda right, kinda.
And you won't see the solution.
But man, look how detailed this game is.
Footage, but you will see.
Oh my
sort of what's on the
goodness, this game
editing
looks
of
so
the side quest for
goddamn
you.
good for no
Yeah.
reason.
The dog is hard to find. We are gonna show the dog.
This is probably one of the best RE looking games I'm just seeing right now. I love the RE2 remake, but seeing this, oh my god.
But the way to find the dog is
You gotta love some certain next gen games, you know?
of a mystery. And also important to note, we turned left when we left that door. There is another path behind us if we were to.
Oh, so okay. What they're saying is that there's just more stuff to explore. See, I wonder. Since he just said that, right? I wonder if there's just much more approach, within its map. Even though the maps they're not particularly big, and again, it's still quite linear. I wonder if it gives much more approach for just combat in general. I think it complements it well, especially how they added again a whole new mechanic, which is the stealth mechanic. So interesting where this whole game is gonna come to. It seems like you don't have to be stealthy in these levels, but it's ideal, I guess.
And also important.
It's just nice. It's like a little nice addition. I don't think having stealth is gonna hurt the game.
Note, we turned left when we left that door. There's another path behind us if we were to turn right out of that door that goes into an underground tunnel that like takes
Just
you up
yeets
to a
him.
well
Goddamn.
in the village. So there's a lot of
Oh, and then there's a little durability gauge for the knives.
paths available.
Yeah, like when we both came through here, we just assumed just the way the camera's framed. We're like, okay, it's the only way to go. But yeah, wanted to.
You know, yeah. So I was worried about how I was talking about this in my previous video, how it's a bit worrisome that Ashley's just going to be casually roaming around with us throughout the game, because that's what I assume. Because since they took out the hiding mechanic for her, but it seems that because the big issue what I saw from yesterday was that it was gonna be like it was gonna be way too overwhelming. Because, like, again, in this particular chapter, in the original, there's so many enemies coming at you, you just gotta make a run for it. But here, it seems that it's not as overwhelming. You're gonna fight some enemies here and there.
We both came through.
I mean, it seems just quiet, right?
The camera's framed. We're like, okay, it's the only way to go. But yeah.
See, like, there's only one villager here, or a few.
It's like, hey, check this out. And we're like, oh, okay.
Just casually, Leo just casually
Go,
kicks
we
her.
got the,
Yeah, there's like only a few villagers here, and
the lady
you're
thought
kinda
she
chilling.
could, take a picture for to Leon. Didn't work out for her. And this is
wait, is this the big cheese house? Is this the big cheese house? Are we gonna see the big cheese?
didn't work out for her. And this is
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's
You comment on the rain, bro. Talk about the house, Game Informer. We can forget about the rain for now. I know the rain is somewhat of an issue, but yo, what house is this? Is this the house, the big cheese house?
about
Oh my god, this looks so
Rain Gate.
cool.
Rain Gate. I do agree. I think it can be tuned down a little bit. It does feel like intentionally, like it is
Yeah.
intentionally obfuscating the environment.
Yeah, so what he's trying to say is that they purposely made the rain sort of distracting so it could visually impair you. Also to like, and what I said like in my last video, I feel like with the rain, how they handle it is that they purposely did that to show much more emphasis and of the downpour, just thematically for that chapter, for chapter 5. But the thing is, I think gaming nowadays, I think what a lot of video games have to prioritize is visuals. A lot of people have different perceptions or perspectives when they see these games, and it would be nice if there was much more like options to change up certain things. Like for example, I mean, there's already a huge problem about gaming performance and optimization because everyone wants to play on 60 or at least have like certain frames, right? I mean, I think Insomniac Games, they with their recent Ratchet and Clank game, they added like a 40 FPS mode, and it was actually appealing to some people. It was visually appealing to the eye. It was actually nice to see, along with having the graphics much more upscaled or more detailed, have better fidelity than playing on the actual performance mode. So again, I feel like a lot of video games nowadays have to prioritize that because we don't exactly see everything the same of what the developer team envision or sees it, you know?
Kind of adds to that
Excuse me.
tension. Like you can't see what you're shooting. I do agree though. It's a bit much. And you know, it'd be great, Marcus, if there's like a rain slider.
Oh, see, like, I was just talking about that.
I'm kidding.
Like, yeah, just add. I know he was just kidding, but like, I feel like a lot of games should actually prioritize visual options so the player is able to go through the game visually, like they're comfortably able to go through the game and visually able to be comfortable. That's what I'm trying to say, and just be able to play throughout the whole entire game. Because I think the problem with RE Village of what some people had was that some people actually felt very dizzy, or they felt very nauseous when playing RE Village because it was first person and the FLV just wasn't zoomed out enough. It was way too close for some people's liking, even me. But it didn't come to the point where I felt very bothered. But I would much prefer to play that game in a higher FOV. Yeah, there was a lot of cases that I read about that. So again, I think visual options for players is very important to prioritize nowadays.
I just want a nice little downpour as we see. I love the lighting in this game. You know.
Yeah, that's what I always noticed. The lighting is so
The
good.
bloom on the
lighting's so
flash
good in
lights.
this game. This is really
Makes
just
a-
a nice game.
makes
Just
it
drop the
easier.
demo already, Capcom.
Ashley up to do her,
Let me play it for
do her
myself.
thing, get Leon up there.
I don't
Yeah, it
care.
just makes
Give
the
me
experience
chapter
creepier.
1.
Like that. Like the first time that owl made me jump because you just see the glowing eyes in the dark. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, like what is that?
There. I will say there were a couple times when I was playing the demo where I was kind of in a very dark environment.
Also, what I noticed, see, certain parts of the game, the rain is very obnoxious, right? But in here, it doesn't look as obnoxious. It looks, honestly, it looks okay.
And Leon wasn't pulling up his flashlight.
It doesn't look as, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look as appealing. But maybe it's just because of bitrate hell. But it's not as bothersome compared to the last time we saw it in when we were at the church.
Light, which is kind of frustrating. So I'm just kind of like clambering around in the dark. It was
Oh, there's
mostly,
the dog.
outdoor- Oh,
There he
there's
is.
the dog.
Look at that thing. It's got like a weird. It looks like a scorpion tail. Now that I'm looking at it again.
Dogs are annoying again. The dogs are gonna be annoying again. Oh no. But yeah, here we go. This is what I mean, where how very easily you could just swap weapons in the game. You see how very useful this UI is. Again, it's just really nice to see. Oh my god, my freaking camera died. This UI is very useful because the fact that you don't have to go through menus just to equip another weapon is good, and it just keeps you in locked of the battle.
Scorpion tail. Now that I'm looking at it again. So yeah,
See, just
Capcom
switches
also pointed
right to the
out,
TMP.
For those wondering that this dog is not the dog that Leon can.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate that I'm about to say this. I hate that I'm about to say this.
Also pointed out for those wondering.
But the freaking plagas of this game look good too. Like I hate that I'm saying that, but I think it's just also that I'm just not used to seeing it in high res textures because I'm just so used to the original. We've seen RE4 through this past decade. And we've seen the game in low res for the longest time, so seeing it now in actual HD is truly
Capcom
insane.
Also pointed out for those wondering that this dog is not the dog that Leon can rescue in the original game because in this game he's presumably dead. So
Is Capcom making a little surprise? They're making a little storyline with the dog too? Is Capcom hyping up a little storyline with the dog? Is the dog gonna make like a surprise return?
presumably
Sorry,
dead.
my voice is dying now. I've been talking too
At
much.
the time, we kind of were like, oh, maybe this is the dog, but they were very clear to point out, like, nope, different dog.
So it seems that maybe in the beginning of the game, instead of freeing the dog, you might see the dog potentially dead. I think that's what Capcom is trying to say or hint. So maybe later down the line, when we fight El Gigante, like the dog is gonna make some sort of surprise appearance, just like the original, somehow, some way.
But yeah, that
They
that
also
dogfight is
wouldn't-
pretty hard.
Oh yeah,
also
the
wouldn't
mantling.
definitively
Oh, I
answer
forgot
it
more.
was the
Oh, the
same
mantling in the
dog.
game.
In this
Was
game.
that like an auto mantle, or was that
In
like
terms
a
of the one that's
manly got a
dead at the
mantle?
beginning of the game? They're like, maybe it's not the same.
Wait, this is the same place. It's.
dog. And it's like,
I know that it has the medallion. It's that one farm with the medallion. Oh, it's that one place you visit before you meet Luis. Unless this is a whole different place. It looks like a completely whole different place. They definitely restructured the area.
okay.
They remapped everything.
Medallion up there as Leon
1 out of 5.
takes it out. So
Yeah.
you see, it's 1 of 5. So I asked Capcom about that because in the original game it was kind of like 15 in the same area, and they said that that side quest reappears in different parts of the map. So you're going to be shooting. It sounds like you're going to be shooting medallions outside of just like the village area.
Oh, they're already at the cabin area? This is the cabin fight.
Maps. You're going to be shooting.
Oh my god, there's so much information going in my head. I'm literally seeing. I'm like, oh wait, we're already at the cabin fight all of a sudden, and then.
Takes it out. So you see, it's 1 of
And then
5.
I'm hearing them talk about the medallion, how the medallions are now scattered throughout different parts of the game now.
So I asked Capcom about that because in the original.
Because
game,
I
it was
remember
kinda
they were
like
just
15
purely in the
same
village.
area, and they said that that side quest reappears in different parts of the map. So you're going to be shooting. It sounds like you're going to be shooting medallions outside of just like the village area, and they just sort of like divided them into like batches of 5.
See, why is yeah? See, I'm still wondering why is Leon beefing with Luis?
Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name, Miss Ashley. You are?
They don't have that infamous slide of what he says.
What are you doing here? Very good questions, unfortunately. Hi, now.
Sorry guys, I got some food right now. Give me a sec. I'm being entertained. I'm like entertained.
And due to the cuts, there's a lot of that village before the bridge that we ran over that you can fight through and explore. Like there's a lot that they didn't show in this footage. It's where, at least during our playthrough, the brute first appears, the cow-headed enemy.
Interesting enough. Sorry, I'm eating. Interesting enough, they brought back the bookshelf, but then they also now added the barricades from RE7, RE8, and the RE2 remake.
It's where, at least during our playthrough, the brute first appears, the cow-headed enemy.
Right.
In that area, just
Oh,
before
the cowhead enemy. They I think they said they faced it earlier, right before this cabin fight.
But,
Yeah, because in the footage we've put out of this, people have seen the cow guy shows up in this
Appears
fight,
here.
but you
Yeah.
actually fight him well before this. So
Yeah, so when
it
he
seems
shows
like
up
he's
in the
gonna
fight-
be what were we saying?
yeah, he's definitely a recurring enemy. But when he shows up in the fight, you've already had to fight him before, and so I feel like
Yeah.
it's extra tense because it's like, oh my god, I gotta fight.
This is what I noticed about the gameplay visually. Here's the thing. I feel like the gunplay, I think, is great. I think it's amazing. But there's certain things in games, again, you could consider this a nitpick, but when you compare this to the original, what I liked about the original is that they put much more emphasis within its gameplay. To be exact, is the executions, or the melee attacks you do. For example, here I feel like there's certain like stuff in the game where there's not much more of an impact Leon does when he attacks enemies, when he does his like melee executions. I feel like the melee attacks need much more oomph to them, have much more of an impact on your screen. Because I guess you could argue RE4 just did it completely differently, and with the remake, they're just aiming for realism and trying not to make it as very actiony as possible. But like stuff like this, like I know it's a little nitpick, but seeing stuff like this,
There's a lot of that village before the.
you see like how, like, you see how sort of nonchalant, like, he just kicks down that or stomps on the boxes. I feel like there needs to be much more of impact to it, much more of that oomph to it. But there isn't. He just casually just steps on it. It's not a stomp. He just like steps on it.
There's a lot of that village before the.
And I feel like as a game, you have. I know I sound so ridiculous on like complaining about this, but the point I'm trying to make is that you see this a lot. You see less of an impact when you do these melee executions. See, look, let's just keep watching. I'm just gonna let the gameplay talk for itself.
Like there's a lot.
So we're gonna skip ahead.
In that area just before.
Seeing the cow guy.
Look at the sniper though. It looks so good though. Look at this.
Well before this. So
yeah. So when he shows up in the fight.
Oh, the parry.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You see, like, that's the thing. Even though the parry looks so good, I feel like there needs to be a much more of a not visually show an impact, because I think that's sort of fine. But the thing is, the sound effect, it just sounds like a normal little swipe, like as if in the original you're just normally knifing them. And
for this, so
yeah. Like, look, here it is again.
Yeah, so when he shows up in the fight.
See, and I'm not saying you should have like a Dark Souls parry sound effect, but I just want to hear the knife a bit more. I want to hear that little satisfying screech of the knife when you parry attacks. Because I think these little moments, these little gameplay moments in this game, especially like if you look at the original, when Leon just does these melee executions. Actually, let me show a melee execution first here.
Yeah, some people speculating that he might be a single persistent enemy that follows you.
Damn, that Plugs did not die from the grenade. Oh man, I would have been so annoyed.
No,
I would have been so stressed. Dude, the lighting.
In different areas.
Yeah.
Just a new enemy type.
So this fight was
oh, there's a new enemy type, the cowhead.
But even more so here, and there he is, Mr. Bullman.
Okay, there. We finally saw a whole melee attack. See, that's the thing. Like, even though it does show of an impact, I feel like here. Let's go back. Look how much of an emphasis this shows when you do a melee attack. Because I feel like these little things within the gameplay is very important, because it really emphasizes not just the move, but it also gives satisfaction to the player. And it's like telling the player, like, hey, you're doing a great job. You're a badass doing these moves. Keep doing them. And I feel like in the remake, they don't really emphasize that as much. So this is the kick attack. This is just the regular kick attack that we saw. You see how just a little simple... They didn't even do much with the camera angles, because when you look back at also RE5's melee executions, you see how, like with RE5's melee executions, there's much more emphasis to them compared to RE4, because they really changed up the camera angles and really show the impact of that move in RE5. But with RE4, you see how simple that little that roundhouse kick Leon did in here. It was simple, but it showed an impact, because it also showed the enemy just kind of like flying away as well. Look at that. You see, like, it also sort of angled it a bit downward, showing cinematically how further the enemy didn't go that far, but from that angle it showed it. From that angle, there was impact to that kick. See? You just actually feel the impact, because there's also sound effect to it. You hear the sound effect, and I get it. With the remake, they're just making it much more realistic, but I feel like there needs to be a way to show much more impact of. See, look at that! Look how cool that kick was! Look how cool that kick was! That was like an uppercut kick. See? Oh yeah, the suplex. See, they changed up the camera angle for here, but again, stuff like that. It's like visually rewarding to the player, and we don't really see it here, because Leon just casually does it here in the game. See?
Just a new enemy type.
He puts one down or something.
This fight
Hold
was,
up, after the cow.
pretty wild. He is Mr. Bullman.
See,
Been a lot
it's
of,
just
like,
like it's funny. They fly off at the same distance as the original, but I just don't feel that impact.
back and forth, like, is he a cow? Is he a bull?
Again, all nitpick. I think overall the gameplay
But I
is
was like,
wonderful.
he's
I like
got
the
a horn
gunplay
there.
though. The gunplay is
The bull
really
thing.
nice. Gunplay is
Well,
really
the bull is
nice.
just a cow. It's a male
RE4's
same
original is
thing.
very arcadey.
You know, I mean, but you know, like bulls have horns.
Okay,
You know.
that's fair. That's
Oh,
fair.
there it is.
Listen,
Single
Oh!
horn there. It looks like.
The
And Leon just gets pummeled.
Yep, and there was the evade QTE.
and yeah, that's the end of.
Oh, is this the treasure where you combine
action.
it? Oh, this is way better than the
Show off. This is a
original.
look at putting gems.
This
inside
looks
of,
so nice, and it also shows the bonuses when you put them on. Oh wow, dude, that's so cool.
treasures to
That's actually
increase
so
their
cool.
value. Of course, if you different combinations of gems net you different bonuses. There are now customized cases that have different.
Oh wait. Well, wait. Let's rewind. This is what I wanted to see. Okay, so in the type, oh, they brought back storage, the storage as well. You could, okay, it's like the R2 remake. You could store up stuff because you weren't able to do that before. That's somewhat of a game changer. I don't know if that makes the game easy, but that's actually pretty dope. And you get to customize the case, and what we covered from the last video, it gives different perks, gives different like passive bonuses or abilities. So this is storage. Oh, that's
there
so
are now
cool, man.
customized.
I like that actually, because like selling your weapon and then buying it again, it's just much of a hassle. I think what they were aiming for with this game, like what we covered from yesterday, is they really wanted a much more approach for this game, because they did talk about like the key pillars of their development was replayability and flexibility. So just adding storage and stuff really does help. But
Cases.
I hope they do talk about the
Different
cases,
bonuses. So
about
the
the
black
different
case,
abilities.
Has an increased drop rate for L resources.
Okay, they're talking about it.
Yeah.
And you can pick up charms as well.
Oh, there's a chicken charm. What?
chicken charm. The charms and the cases, they
You're actually, wow, it visually changes as well. That's so cool. It actually visually changes. You could actually change up the case cosmetically. But I know obviously it gives a whole case perk, which is increased drop rate for resources. But I wonder what the chicken charm does.
they give you little passive.
Chicken rare. It has like a little rarity color as well. 100% health recovery for all egg types. So this is what they mean. This is what I was talking about in the last video. You could literally do a whole meme run with just using eggs. Screw the herbs. Screw the first aid kit. Just use eggs. An all egg run. So this is what they mean with flexibility and replayability. You could have different builds or approaches to the game. I like that a lot, because in the original RE4, even though there was replayability and stuff you could kind of do, I tried to do an only pistol run for the original RE4. I try to do that on New Game Plus. But the thing is, I think with the original RE4, even though you're holding one weapon, they don't really prioritize ammo for the weapons that you're holding. So they didn't really drop pistol ammo throughout my whole entire playthrough. Eventually I ran out of pistol ammo because they just wouldn't drop anymore, and they would just give me different types of ammo. So this itself is a game changer with the approach to with the different approaches that we can do, and it's going to be also very clutch in these certain scenarios. I think playing this on higher difficulty might be very fun. The fact that there's just much more things to do, since we have just adding much more abilities just opens up the game much more. So I think higher difficulty, playing these type of games on higher difficulty is going to be fun. But the thing is, I hope there's going to be an ability, there should be, or I don't know how the ammo rate overall is just gonna be. The ammo drop rate is gonna be. I hope they do the thing like Dead Space where they just prioritize the current weapons that you're holding, and they prioritize all the ammo drops for all the weapons that you currently have. That would be very useful. So
Bonuses.
Yeah.
oh wait, they give you options. Wait, they give you options on where to
They
place
give
the
you little
charm.
to bonuses.
Equip left, equip center, equip right.
Yeah.
What?
And you can
You
do
got
that
the
stuff
chicken
when you
charm.
type
What
in
the
any-
hell? That's so
You can't do that all the
cool.
time, just when you,
That's so
do
cool. The
stuff.
chicken charm is here. Dude, I need that. I need to play this
Keep up
game.
with all of our-
Drop the demo. Capcom, what are you doing? I don't care if I'm playing one chapter for like the next month and a half. Just drop the demo. Please. No, I have to wrap it up. We've been talking way too long. Comment down below how you guys feel about this. This is, again, my reaction, my thoughts, and a bit of an analysis on here, a bit of a discussion. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And comment down below how you guys feel about it. Support the channel, the video. We're almost hitting to 2,000 subscribers. Subscribe to me if you're new. There'll be Resident Evil content coming soon once this game drops. I promise you that for sure. Anyway, peace out, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Have a good day.